Struggling to find that in Colombia. Yes, in world one of the most famous coffee regions, the coffee actually sucks. We're going coffee tasting to Don Elias, which is one of the more famous fincas here in Salento, near Salento. Let's see. And yeah, let's go. So I take the back or the front? Maybe I take the front, and on the way back you can be in the front. So it's 45 minutes, something like this, no?
No, no.
No?
20 minutes.
Ah. Finca Cafetera Don Elias.
Con eso
Cafetor.
entran.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás? Hoy precisamente estaba hablando con mi hermana esta mañana sobre eso.
Mandarin oranges, I think. Look at that.
Lemon.
Lemon or mandarin? Turca.
Turca.
¿Tú de dónde eres?
De acá, de Colombia.
¿Salento?
No, de Bogotá.
Bogotá. ¿Y trabajas aquí?
Pues todavía el siguiente tour inicia a las 12.
I can hear the sound of cascada actually. You hear? Be careful with the phone and yourself. Look at that. Cascada Río.
Vamos a la cascada.
Vamos a ver. He didn't say how far.
Oh.
Really peaceful.
Oh yes. Relaxing. Like the Bali of
Yeah, Bali of Colombia.
the Ubud of Colombia.
Ubud
here.
of Colombia. I could live here.
Hola. I think you have no idea of the rainy season here.
Really?
Oh yes.
So we got lucky with the sun.
No, because this time of the year is the good time, but
Oh, look at that. Qué bonito.
una pequeña cascada.
Come, come. Bellissimo. Are these man-made? I'm not swimming. It's too cold.
You didn't taste the water.
I might fall. I don't need to fall.
Look at this. What is this?
Okay guys, we're here. We just climbed back up from the cascade. Last time I did a coffee tour was in Bali actually.
Luwak, yeah.
Okay, so this was the last time. So it's my second coffee tour and it's in Colombia. Also very famous. So I don't know what we're gonna learn about, how it's produced. I hope there's some coffee tasting because now they're not giving us coffee. I need one to wake up, but they said no. So let's see. I hope I have some good coffee because that's why I'm here. But also to learn and give you all the information, all the knowledge. Okay, before we start, I want to clarify something. I really hate doing touristy stuff, and that's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm here. You know, I wouldn't come here just to in a tourist trap. The reason I'm here is because I hated the coffee in Colombia. They told me the good beans are exported, so they're here to see if the real beans coming from the farm are any different and they taste any better from the rest of the country.
We can start with the coffee tour in this specific part of the region, and this was the first farm offering this type of experience. Don Elias unfortunately passed away 2 years ago in August 2022, but the whole family decided to keep the tradition, and this is his younger daughter. She is now the owner of the farm. Here in Colombia, we only have Arabica. That is because of the altitude. The Arabica needs to grow from 1200 to 2400 meters above sea level. Here we are at 1800. So we have the perfect location, weather, and conditions to get really good coffee from these trees. We're gonna still selecting only the best ones. And that's why Colombia is usually well known for having like the best coffee in the world. It's because it's completely selected during the whole process of production. And right now is the third country producing the most quantity of coffee per year. This is a mix that we make between coffee shells like this.
Here's the coffee bean.
This is the perfect color of the coffee bean when it's ready to be taken from the tree. Okay, it has to look like this.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we have traditional, tabi, castillo, and the fourth one is called Ceni Cafe 1. Ceni Cafe are all of those trees that you have at your back.
Okay guys, so these are the coffee beans. The red ones are almost ready to be collected. A lot of work goes into production and only 3 people work here. It's not like so many numbers of people, only 3, and they're old people collecting them, the beans, really fast. The beans are not all ready at the same time. Some of them are ready and then some are taking another week or 2. So only 3 people is enough to collect them all, which is crazy because you look, it's a huge farm. Some new information here. So the coffee beans were first discovered in Ethiopia, but it was the Turkish that decided to cook them and discovered what it tastes like while it's cooked. So all the credit goes to the Turks in terms of discovering how the real coffee is made. And then it arrived to Colombia 400 years later. And then they started this whole production process and all this stuff much later than Turkey. I think I need to go to Ethiopia to make sure I know all the information to finalize my coffee tasting. Next trip, Ethiopia. Huh. What is this? So pretty.
Very beautiful and traditional flower from here from Colombia. It's called heliconia or paradise flower.
So there are 5 types of Arabica beans, guys. 5 different types, and geisha is the one that's the most expensive and the best tasting, basically. It's found in Ethiopia and they also produce it here in Colombia. And I asked her to try some, but they're still in the process of harvesting, so it's not ready. So unfortunately, I couldn't taste the best of the best.
This is how the beans are gonna look after the broca. All of these. You wanna make sure that you're buying good quality coffee and it's not this. You better buy, of course, directly to the producers and buy the whole bean.
It's mixed with lentils?
Yes.
You drink it as coffee?
Yeah, usually in the industry, this is what you will find. in every supermarket, and it's also very cheap. It's not real coffee. When it's like industrial, it has to have this small triangle over here, which is the triangle of the National Federation of Coffee here in Colombia. Because sometimes here in Colombia you can find coffee that, for example, can be this one, okay, like the bad one, but it's not even the bad one from Colombia, it's the bad one from other countries. So if you want to make sure that it's Colombian coffee from any supermarkets, it has to have the triangle. Now I want you guys to peel it off, okay? Take off the shell. If they really like coffee, yes. If they don't, they will still buy like the pasilla just because it's cheap. The water will activate the flavor of the coffee and will also take away the bad flavor that the coffee has at the beginning. It will be determined for the quality of the foam, alright? If you prepare your coffee and you can see that it has like a high dense foam that takes time to disappear, that means good quality coffee, also fresh. Not really. Like here in Colombia, it's still tradition, we could say.
It smells very
Because
strong.
we are used to drink the bad one. So of course we have been looking
Yeah,
a lot of.
it's not bad.
Okay guys, I want to show you Donnelly's Choose. The coffee has citrus and chocolate notes. It's the same coffee you guys are drinking right now. As you were able to see, it's completely organic, it's very healthy, and we keep it exclusive for our tourists.
I have a question actually.
Yes, of course.
When I love coffee,
Yeah.
and I drink it a lot in Europe. When I travel to Colombia, in Medellin, there's many coffee shops for nomads and digital nomads.
Yeah.
So when I order a coffee in a random coffee shop, it's not good. I feel like people don't have this coffee culture. They don't really appreciate like.
That's true. They usually in coffee shops sometimes they won't be using like the good quality coffee that they should be using, right? However, if you go to any coffee shop that can offer you different types of filtration methods, for example, if they can offer you 80 filtration methods that we have here, if they can tell you, we can prepare you cold coffee or coffee with the mocha or with the French press, that means that they will be using good coffee. So if you go to a place that you can see that they could like really specialize in coffee, you can make sure that it's going to be also good. And it's way even better if they sell like the bags of coffee in the place as well.
Yes,
Because that means that's the one that they will be using.
Because if you have this region, you need to drink good
Yes,
coffee.
absolutely.
This is.
This is a whole bean.
Okay.
The whole bean and the
But this is only 1 You said only.
Okay guys, so as I said, I had my judgments and opinions about Colombian coffee, and here after doing a coffee tour, our guide actually agrees that the beans that are used in most coffee shops are not carefully selected. If you're really into coffee like myself, you need to go to where it's produced, where you see the production process and where they're roasted carefully, and buy them packaged directly from there. So those are the ones actually imported worldwide. So you can find them in Colombia, you can buy them in Colombia, but you need to know where to go. In Medellin, there's so many coffee shops for nomads, and you go and you think you're getting good coffee, but they're not actually very amazing. They don't taste very good. And what she recommends is go somewhere where you can see the coffee sold in packages. This way you make sure they trust in their coffee and they're selling when you order a cappuccino, you also see the packaged product and you have an idea about the production process. To finalize this discussion, coffee in Colombia can be good. You just need to know where to go and where to drink your coffee. Café de Colombia.